Okay, so in this video here, let's break down the areas in which we need to identify where to take our trades surrounding order blocks or supply and demand zones. They're the same thing. Aggressive areas where the market may be selling off at or where the market is buying at. We're looking for the origination point to get us back into the actual area in which we need to take our trades from. All right. Now, let's just look at the last two trading sessions. Moving from the 16th to the 17th. Okay, that's Wednesday and Thursday. Today, the market was actually closed. But we're looking here at the NASDAQ futures. The market here is doing what? You should be able to see this. Making lows, lower highs, pushing lower, making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Now, on the 16th, moving into the 17th, the market pivoted and started doing what? Reversing. We got to push up, pull back, breaking higher. So we took out or are taking out significant areas of, well, I should say structure to the upside. And that's one of the key components that I need to see when it comes to a reversal of the market. I need to see what the market is making higher highs and higher lows to the upside. So where it creates a structural break first to the upside, where it makes a high, pulls back. Let's just say here, a high, higher low. Okay. So this is where the market's really not pulling back to break below the most recent low that it made, but it's also taking out structure to the left. So we broken an area of structure here, taking out a high here and a high here. So now we're reversing back to the upside, and the market can do the same thing when we start doing it in moving back to the downside. We had this last push here where it made a high, higher low, and push higher. Now we got we got a low, okay, a lower high. All right, and this is the thing that we need to really identify when it comes to trading is the point to where the market is making its first lower high at off of a structure break to the downside. Low, lower high, and breaking lower. So it's taking out this low here, but it's also taking out a low here, but we've created on the pullback a lower high, letting us know that the market is now not really interested in pushing back up and taking out the high here. And it continues pushing lower, making lows, lower highs, lows, lower highs, lows, to the downside. Now, there are areas in which we need to really classify as significant key areas of structure, okay? And that's primarily going to be centered around where the market is making a higher high and higher low to the upside, breaking structure, and there's a bit of consolidation within that area of structure, okay? Either to the upside or to the downside, right? Like right here, there's a bit of structure. Right here, there's a bit of structure. There is an area of consolidation taking place right here. There's an area of consolidation taking place right here where the market is primarily not moving back to the upside and making higher highs and higher lows, but then it starts to come down and it's making, where it may push up, but then come back and start kind of forming some structure. Okay. This is what we want to see. This is consolidation right here before the market takes out a low. The same thing right here where it pulls back and starts to consolidate right here within the swing. That's what helps me identify what are key areas or valid order blocks to be able to trade from. Okay. So when I'm looking at the market and I see this push down, then the market pushes up. All right. Pulls back. We have the first higher low, and then the market breaks higher, okay? And then it pulls back. Well, when it breaks right here, makes the next higher here, it's already broken and taking out an area of structure right here, okay? This last swing where it came down, it took out some structure right here. So when I see the market making a attempt to where it was pushing lower, but then it starts to make highs, higher lows, takes out structure right here. So it's basically taking out a high here, and it also broke a high here. I'm looking for the area where the origination of the buy-ins took place at for the market to come back to, because I know that's where the market's probably primarily going to react more heavily at. Not so when the market gets right, like where it made the next high and then a higher low and then push up. Yeah, it can react right here, but especially where you have areas where there are gaps, so many gaps resting right below, and this be the origination area where the buy-in took place, where we got the first break to the upside above this high, and then the second break where it broke above the high to the left, taking out more structure. This would make more sense for me to wait for the market to come back down to this area here to trade it going back to the upside. So this is a major area of structure being created right here. A bit of, kind of the market consolidating as it's retracing back to the upside and then coming back down, breaking below this major, or breaking below the structure point right here. So, if the market was to go back up and take out this area, I'll be looking for a pullback to go long, or even to push back to the upside right here and take out this area, because this is another structure point right here I would also consider this, a bit of major structure on the inside of this larger area structure right here. Got the high, making highs, higher lows, pushing up, consolidating right here before breaking below this low here and taking out this low right here. So, I'd be looking for the market maybe to take this area here out and then run this high up here. Now, the market came on down here. It turns back around, and then we start making higher highs and higher lows to the upside, as you can see. And when it makes the high right here, it pulls back, breaks up, a little bit of consolidation right here, followed by a breaker structure above this high right here at 442. There was a demand zone resting right here. Now, what makes a valid order block, valid, I should say, is there a imbalance or gap resting back at the zone? So number one, you want to have a breaker structure. And again, the way I like to classify, good areas of structure is there an area where there's consolidation, a bit of consolidation taking place before the market breaks above either the most recent high or the most recent low? In this case here, we're making highs, higher lows, higher highs. We're pulling back right here, consolidating right here, okay, before breaking this area structure above 18,442, leaving behind this area right here where there's a demand area, okay, aggressive buying to the upside right here. Coming back to this valid order block right here, there is an imbalance or gap. If you don't know what I'm talking about, when I'm talking about a gap, a lot of people like to classify it as maybe like an FVG, fair value gap, or imbalance. Same difference. Please go to the channel, the homepage, the little magnifying glass, type in imbalance or gap, and some videos will populate there that will help you on that actual term. Okay. Anyways, but we're moving forward. We start making, highs, higher lows, small areas where the market's pushing higher back to the upside. For me, as it was making these higher highs and higher lows back to the upside, it wasn't really creating any decent area of structural points, meaning where there are consolidation within the actual swing itself. Yeah, is this a little breaker structure here? Yeah, but to me, I'm not really catching this or really taking a look at it unless it's breaking something to the left as a decent area of structure. I would love to see it take out this area here as it was pushing higher, but it didn't. It stopped here before coming back down. This was the first attempt to where it made a low, breaking below this low here, okay, and then pulling back, making a lower high right here. So when it came down to this area here, made a new low. Yeah, you can look for a pullback to maybe this area here for a quick little scalp going short. But this is a reversal taking place right here when it came back down and first made a low, lower high, making its first lower high here and also breaking structure here to the downside. So when it pulled back here, what's it doing? It's actually starting to consolidate right here before breaking below this area structure here at 18,455. Coming down, pulling back. It didn't tap this supply area. It had to tap this area of supply right here where there's an imbalance. Small gap at right there. Would have taken the trade going short here to the downside. Then it comes down, pulls back, and then it breaks structure below this area right here as it's, pulling back to the downside. So it makes a push down, pull back, break structure below this area here, but it also broke structure below this area right here, okay, coming to the downside. So this is a area structure as it makes a low. That's why you got, we're pulled back right here. This is an area of supply resting right here. So it made a low, lower high, breaking structure below this low right here, but also taking out these lows over here as it came on down to the downside. And there was this area of supply resting right here, okay, with an imbalance or gap attached back to the actual order block itself. And you could have taken a short going from there. Now from there, after that, the market made a high, retraced back to that supply zone or order block right there, valid order block, then pulls back and then it starts to make higher highs and higher lows back to the upside. Now it does take out this area of structure resting here at 18,508, breaking slightly above it at right here at 18,508. So now we're making higher highs and higher lows back to the upside, but I want to see a candle close above this high here for, really kind of give me a full-on shift that the market is really trying to really push higher back into the market. Keep in mind that this is a major high resting up here, so maybe it will push back up there and break above this high, or you also have a major low resting down here. So right now we're in the middle, in between. But that's all I have for you guys today. I just wanted to break down, going over valid order blocks. What are some key things to really help identify or find those zones, but what in particular kind of makes up the order block itself. You want to see a bit of consolidation taking place. You want to see if it's high probability zone, if you have a imbalance or a gap resting back at the actual order block itself. Okay. But that's all I have, guys. I appreciate everyone tuning in. If you're interested in joining the Discord, the link is down in the description. If you're interested in becoming an elite member where you receive the trade breakdowns, the video playlist, and the great video that I covered on market structure, that link is down below. It's titled the Elite Channel Supporter or Elite Channel Member link. Click on that. 2 tiers will pop up. Make sure to choose the second link for $6.99 a month. All that is 24 to 25 cents on the day. But there's loads and loads and loads of value and video content there for anyone that wants to join that private community. It has helped people out tremendously in reference to covering where I actually break down the trades themselves, ones that I post over on the Discord, so that you can understand the idea, the basis of looking for setups like that and why to take those setups like that, surrounding stop loss placement, profit target area, structure, just giving you the whole full down and run of the trades that I took. But you also get the video playlist, and again, like I said, the market structure video. Outside of that, that's all I have. If you haven't already taken the time to subscribe to the channel, please do so by clicking the sub button, and make sure to turn your post notifications on by clicking the bell so that you don't miss any of the uploaded content here on the actual channel. And last but not least, if you found value in today's video, make sure to click the like button. I appreciate it. Take care, and I'll see everyone in the next video. Have a great rest of your weekend. Rest up. Got a new trading week coming up this week. Take care.